Hey, what's up interwebs? I'm that toy guy, and Fanexpo 2017 has come and gone, and I had so much fun. It was a little tiring towards the end, but overall Fanexpo was very fun. And if you did not have a chance to go and you live in Canada, definitely go. It's really cool. There's one in Vancouver and there's one in Toronto, so if you lived close to either of those places, definitely go to one. But anyways, the stuff I bought. Now, I initially went and told myself just get a couple of things and that's it, because I figured everything was going to be wicked expensive. But everything wasn't wicked expensive, so I bought a ton of stuff. So, first thing I ended up getting actually was this guy right here. First movie, Voyager Ironhide. And he is really cool. He has a lot of issues, but he is still really cool. And that was the only thing I picked up for myself on the Friday, because I picked up something else for one of my friends. But yeah, that was the one thing I picked up on the Friday. Then on Saturday, which by the way is the busiest day of Fanexpo, and if you don't like crowds, definitely don't go Saturday. But Saturday, the first thing I ended up picking up was another Ironhide, the Dark of the Moon Voyager Ironhide. The red one, because that's all Comic Alley Toys had. But this, if I were to pick which one's my favorite, this guy wins by a mile. But he still has issues. He still has. It's weird because all movie Ironhide figures, except for the deluxe, have trouble with this right here, the whole top section. That's the problem with both these figures, and it's really weird. But from the same booth, Comic Alley Toys booth, where I picked this guy up, I also picked up a very cancerous Transformers character. Now, a lot of people hate these characters and then subsequently hated their toys because the characters were bad. And yeah, they're from what, in my opinion, the worst Transformers movie of all time. And no, I'm not talking about The Last Knight. That's actually my third favorite movie of the bunch. I'm talking about Revenge of the Fallen, and the figure I got was Deluxe Skids. But Deluxe Skids is really cool. He is a very nice figure. And it's a shame because not a lot of people like Skids and Mudflap. I think I may have called this guy Skids accidentally. This is Mudflap. A lot of people don't like Skids and Mudflap toys because their characters were terrible. And yeah, the characters were bad, but the toy is really cool. And this is also the only time, like the first time in 10 years, I have been stumped by a Transformer. I cannot get his vehicle mode sorted out. It's really odd, and it's frustrating me. But it's that. It's like a Rubik's Cube. So just figure out a Rubik's Cube. You can figure out how to do this. So yeah, well. The next thing I picked up at Fanexpo was something I got surprisingly very cheap. This guy was going for $35 everywhere, and I got him for $18. So that's great. I got me a Titans Return Misfire. I'm so happy I finally have Titans Return Misfire. He is so much better than Trigger Happy. So much better than Trigger Happy. Let's just get all these guys situated here. Then the next thing I bought was... So I told myself, find a Nitro. Decepticon Nitro. If you cannot find Nitro, get Titans Return Octane. If you can't get Octane, then get Titans Return Blitzwing. So I didn't find Nitro. There were Octanes, but by the time I went back to go get the Octanes, they were gone. So I picked up a Blitzwing. He's in tank mode right now, and he's a little wonky. But this figure is absolutely amazing. The best, I'd say the best official Blitzwing we've ever gotten, in my opinion. So I'm very happy I picked this up. This was $40, but I have not seen these guys on store shelves yet. I haven't seen him, Windblade, or this guy on store shelves. I've seen the other two figures from the wave, but I haven't seen this guy. And $40 is a little much because these go for $30, but I still think it is definitely worth $40 it's definitely worth $40. Then the next thing I ended up picking up, just moving the camera back here and adjusting some of the settings, I picked up the only Marvel Legends figure I picked up this year. It's a bit of an odd one. I picked up the Toy Biz Onslaught Wave Pyro, who doesn't want to stand on me. See, there he goes. It's a big issue right there. He doesn't stand. Stand up. There we go. I got Pyro, and I didn't buy Pyro for Pyro because who wants this, to be totally honest? Unless you're a fan of Pyro, but I'm not. So, I didn't buy Pyro for Pyro. I bought him for the bits that go on Onslaught. So, all I need now is a Blackheart and a Loki, and this leg does not want to go on at all, so I gotta fix that. But I wanted him for the torso and for the crustacean shell of Onslaught. So that's why I bought Pyro. And he was $15 too. There goes a leg. He was $15, which is very cheap for a Toy Biz Legends figure, especially one that comes with such an important Build-A-Figure piece, because Onslaught is one of the best Build-A-Figures that came out of the new shorter scale. So yeah, and then the last thing I picked up, I didn't actually pay for. My dad bought it for me because I reviewed this toy a long time ago, and I don't know if I said it in that review, but my sister and my dad were playing with a balloon right next to where my shelf was. They were just throwing it back and forth, and it knocked over an Ultra Magnus who fell on top of this figure I'm about to show you and broke it. Then they just proceeded to hide it from me, which I thought was kind of funny, but at the same time it was kind of upsetting because, you know, I really like this figure and they broke it. And so we've been looking for one for a very long time. My dad said, I'll buy you a new one because we broke it and hid it from you. We finally found a new one this year at Fanexpo, and I'm so happy to have Ultimate Striker Eureka back in his glory, all, you know, in one piece, which is very nice. And now I can just use the other one for parts. So yeah, that was basically my Fanexpo haul. And if I had to rate these figures from my favorite to my least favorite, I have to go favorite, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. 7 being my least favorite. He's still good, but he's not my favorite. But yeah, those are the figures I picked up at Fanexpo this year. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. I went with my dad and I went with my uncle from England who has never been to a Fanexpo before, so he had a blast. He bought some comic books and things. So yeah, if you went to Fanexpo, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you saw what you wanted to see. If you saw any celebrities, or if you bought what you wanted, or if you just went there to walk around, hope you had fun. If you didn't go and you regretted it, you probably should have gone. I'm sorry, but it was fun. And if you've never been to one before and you're skeptical about it, I'd say definitely go. I'd also say go on a Friday, because that's probably the best day to go to Fanexpo. So yeah, that's what I bought. Out of focus. There you go. That's what I bought from Fanexpo. And yeah, I don't know how to properly end this, so, you know, goodbye.